Good morning. Please, anyone respond? Hello, please respond. Give feedback on voice and screen visibility. Sir, anyone, please. I am allowing you unmute. Please unmute yourself and please ask me. Please give your feedback on visibility and audibility.
Screen is visible, voice is audible.
Okay, thank you, Mr. 25. Sir, one more thing, and HOD sir and principal sir are very serious about attendance of online classes, because most of the persons are not attending the online classes. So this is a warning bell. Otherwise, counselors will handle this matter and they will make calls to your parents. Okay. Please inform to your friends. Please attend online classes regularly. Definitely, these classes will help for you, because you have very less time bound per semester. So this is the last semester for you, I think. So you should very careful. Should be very careful. Please attend any online classes and start the preparation, and also start the preparation work for project work. This is my advice. Okay, only 40 members. Sir, now we are in second unit. First unit related to radiography. Okay, I have already explained different concepts in radiography. Okay, in this week I will send the notes, the first unit notes. Okay, simple preparation is enough for a better understanding of radiography. Okay, next we will start second unit, that is ultrasonic test. Ultrasonic test. Okay, I will wait for 1 more minute. Somebody chatted. Sir, your voice is very less. Okay. What happened now? Hello, 319. Now, are you getting my voice? Please send message. '17 series, 19. Please unmute yourself.
Sir, okay, sir.
Okay. Sir, others, if you have any problem, please raise your problem. Okay, I will start second unit. Okay, thank you. And next unit is ultrasonic test. In previous unit, we are using radiations, means X-ray radiation and gamma ray radiation, for finding the defects in the object. Okay, now in this unit, our total concentration on ultrasonics, means here we are using sound waves for finding the defects in the object, where the sound waves have some certain characteristics. By using that characteristics, we can find the defects and flaws and different related information related to properties of the material by using ultrasonic test. Okay, this is also very popular test in industries. Most of the small scale industries and medium scale industries prefer ultrasonic test because of cost, because radiography is costliest process. So most of the medium and low scale industries prefer ultrasonics for testing the for conducting the non-destructive testing. Okay, now first we see the this is the ultrasonic. This picture shows the ultrasonic testing procedure. Okay, this is here we have a probe and we have a screen. You can observe the waves. Okay, the peaks and lows of the uh, waves. Based on that, we can find the defects inside the object. Okay, now first we see the syllabus of this unit. What is the syllabus of this unit? Okay, these are the different concepts covered under second unit. What those are first one is principle of wave propagation. Means already I told here we are using sound waves, ultrasonic waves. So how what is the principle of wave propagation? How those sound waves are propagated into the object? And the second one, and this sound wave has some characteristics like light waves. Okay, those are reflection, refraction, and diffraction. Okay, these are somewhat similar to the light wave. Okay, already we studied about light energy in previous unit, that is radiography. Now we are seeing the beauty of sound, the energy of sound, how the sound is wave is utilized for testing. Okay, so that's why we have to study the characteristics of the sound wave, that is reflection, refraction, diffraction. And next concept is mode conversion and attenuation. Okay, mode conversion means how the sound wave is propagating, what are the different modes of sound waves and different. Okay, next attenuation means already I explained the concept of attenuation. Attenuation means because the effect of sound wave is also reduced while propagating into the object. Okay, how much effect is reduced while penetrating, while propagating into the object, that is the attenuation process. Means reducing the process of reducing the effect is nothing but attenuation. Next, sound field. What is sound field and what is physioelectric effect in ultrasonics? Okay, we are studying these concepts also. Next, what kind of transducers we are using in ultrasonics and what are the characteristics of such transducers? Also studying this unit. And next one is what kind of equipment we need for testing. Okay, by using ultrasonic waves, that is also important. So we are briefly discussing on equipment used for ultrasonic testing, and also we have to observe the variables affecting the ultrasonic test. Okay, we have different variables, working conditions, how the conditions are affecting, how the variables are affecting the quality of ultrasonic test. We have to study that. Based on that, we can arrange the parameters, we can change the parameters or variables according to our requirement. And next concept in this unit is ultrasonic testing procedure and interpretations, how to interpret the results and guidelines for the acceptance and rejectance. We have two options here, either accept the object or reject the object. What are the guidelines we have to follow for acceptance and rejection? At the same time, how to read the results and how to conduct the test, we are studying in this concept. And the last one is effectiveness and limitations of ultrasonic testing. The advantages of ultrasonic testing and what are the disadvantages and limitations how with ultrasonic testing while conducting ultrasonic testing. All these things we are studying. We are studying in this unit. These are the main concepts as for our syllabus described by our university, JNU. Okay. Now we see one by one. Okay, before starting this concept, I want to ask a few questions. Sir, I want to know your knowledge regarding ultrasonics. So please, what is ultrasonic? Why? What is ultrasonic? Anyone, please respond. Sir, if you have any idea regarding ultrasonic test, you can share here, please. Raise your voice. So please unmute. Anyone? Sir, please unmute yourself. And if you have any idea regarding ultrasonic, you can share, please. That will help me. Sir, anyone? No one knows about ultrasonics. Sir, silence is not answer for all questions. Please break the silence and talk. Sir, anyone, please voluntarily. Otherwise, I will call some numbers. 79, 47. Good. Do you have any idea regarding ultrasonics?
Yeah, about 20 HP, sir. Sound waves.
Okay, about 20 Hz. Okay, it's ultrasonic. Okay, good. 47. What about 79? You can talk freely. Don't worry. Hello, 79. Sir, 79. Your mic is on position. 2.
Sir, ultrasonic sound waves not audible to human ear.
No. That's not correct. Ultrasonic means more than audible sound. Frequency is more than audible.
More than the audible.
Yes. Okay. Any other idea related? Sir, I will give basic idea. Don't worry. But I want to know how much knowledge you have regarding ultrasonic. Anyone else? Okay. Don't worry. Okay, ultrasonic wave means the sound wave. Ultrasonic wave is the sound wave. We are using these ultrasonic waves. We can find the flaws inside the object. See this diagram. Okay, this will show somewhat the principle of the ultrasonic testing. Here, see, we are sending sound waves. Okay, we are sending sound waves through object. Okay, where flaws are there, it means is there any discontinuity in the material. Okay, those sound waves are reflected from the defect. Okay, that we are receiving both waves from the end of the object and which are returned from the middle of the object because of the discontinuity. Based on these waves, we can identify the flaws in the object. See this. Suppose this is the object. Okay, suppose we have crack inside the object. Okay, so the sound wave is reflected from the crack where discontinuity is there. Automatically you can observe these waves in the monitor. So here we have some peaks and valleys. Okay, if the peak is, this is the peak, means high peak, means the sound wave which is from the end, reflected from the end of the part, that is the back surface, that is this is the back surface echo, and this is very high. Okay, this is the low. Okay, where the peak is low, echo is low, that indicates the discontinuity, means cracks inside the object. Based on the variation of these waves, we can easily identify the discontinuities or cracks or other defects in the object. Okay, this is the basic idea regarding ultrasonic test. Okay, now we see one by one concepts. First concept is principle of wave propagation. Principle of wave propagation. First, already you told sound wave means this ultrasonic means, okay, sound energy above the audible frequency, above the audible frequency of 16,000 Hz is designed for ultrasonics. Sir, normally the audible range of humans is 20 Hz to 20 kHz. Means minimum 20 Hz is required for humans, normal human beings, but infants may require some high energy for audible, but common human beings can hear 20 Hz frequency sound waves. Okay, this is the audible range 20 Hz to 20 kilohertz. Okay, here ultrasonics means designing ultrasonics is the above audible frequency of 16,000 Hz. We are taking more than 16,000 Hz for designing the ultrasonics, means we are using such frequencies for testing the objects, for conducting the non-destructive test. Okay, we are using the sound waves more than 16,000 Hz. Okay, next, here, what is the sound wave? Here, how the sound wave is utilized for testing of an object, that is very important. Here, sound wave means is the mechanical energy, the form of mechanical energy, is a form of mechanical energy. Okay, here this is propagates in through material medium. You know, mechanical energy means for transferring the mechanical energy, we need some matter. We need some matter, either solids, liquids, or gases, whatever it is. We need some matter for transforming the mechanical energy. So these sound waves also comes under mechanical energy form. So sound waves require some matter for propagation. Means there is no traveling. There means sound waves can't travel in vacuum. Sound waves cannot travel in vacuum because there is no matter in the vacuum, means there is no particles for propagation of the sound waves. So sound waves need some matter for propagation. So sound waves are comes under mechanical waves. So sound waves are also one type of mechanical waves. Okay, you should remember that. Okay, and the propagation of the sound wave into the matter may be either in solid form or liquid form or gaseous form, whatever it is. Okay, the propagation of this sound into that matter, that object, is depending on some properties, some parameters. Those are one thing is the properties, elastic properties of the medium. Elastic properties of the medium influences the propagation of sound wave into the object. Okay, because sound wave means sound wave is in the form of vibrations, means sound wave causes the vibrations in the particles of matter. Okay, that's why, okay, vibration means vibration is based on the elastic property of the material. That's why elastic properties of a material influences, changes the propagation of the sound wave. The more elastic, then the sound wave propagation is different. For less elastic materials, the sound wave propagation is different. Okay, that is the one thing. And what are the other things influence the propagation of wave? That is inhomogeneities. Okay, means the propagation of sound in homogeneous material is different when compared with the inhomogeneous material. This property is mainly reason for utilizing sound waves for testing, for non-destructive testings, because inhomogeneities or discontinuities in the material also influences the propagation of sound waves. This is the characteristics we required for testing the objects by using ultrasonics. Okay, these are the main parameters which influences the propagation of sound wave. One is properties of the medium, elastic properties of the medium. Second one is the homogeneity of the medium. These two are the main reason, the causes changes the propagation of the sound waves. Is it clear? Okay, next we can define ultrasonic like this. Ultrasonics is a study of a form of mechanical energy, its propagation, its interaction with medium. Okay, ultrasonic means is the study of mechanical energy, its propagation, how it propagates into the material, and its interaction with the matter. Okay, this is the ultrasonics. Okay, and here one more thing, Sound wave already I told sound wave causes oscillations, means vibrations in the particles of the matter. Okay, means sound creates some disturbance in the particles of the metal. That disturbance is propagating through the material. Based on that disturbance, we are measuring the we are finding the defects inside the object. Okay, this disturbance means this oscillation of particles, okay, in different directions. Okay, the oscillation of particles either longitudinal direction or transverse direction, or a combination of both longitudinal and transverse direction. Okay, based on this oscillation, we can classify the wave propagation into three types. One is longitudinal waves, second one is transverse waves, and third one is compressional and flexural waves. Okay, these compressional and flexural waves comprises two things: Rayleigh waves and Lamb waves. Okay, based on the oscillation of particles due to the sound waves. Okay, we can classify the sound waves into three categories. One is longitudinal wave, second one is transverse wave, the next one is flexural waves. Okay, see this. These are the particles of the matter. Okay, this is the comes under parallel longitudinal waves. Longitudinal waves means the oscillation of particles are parallel in the direction of sound wave propagation. Means particles are moving horizontally. Particles are oscillating horizontally. Then such kind of waves are called longitudinal waves. Next, suppose the particles are moving, okay, along with the horizontal motion. We have a vertical motion of particles. Means particles are moving in vertical direction, means oscillating in vertical direction. Then it is called transverse wave. And if other than means no longitudinal, neither longitudinal nor transverse, means the motion of particles is different. Okay, then these are comes under the third category, that is compressional and flexural waves. These are the three kinds of waves we can see, okay, in sound waves. Okay, I will show one video here for better understanding. See this. Sound requires a medium, already I told. Okay, see this, how sound waves moves, all these things you can see in this. This is the source. Actually, this is the source. Source means a source for generating the sound waves. Here sound waves are generated. Those are moving towards medium. Here the sound wave displaces the nearest particles to left. See this, how the sound wave propagates. Sir, this is the source. Okay, this source creates vibration in the particles of the matter. See this. First, the particles which are nearer to the source are displaced, okay, towards, means it's moved forward, okay, and these particles hits the adjacent particles. Automatically, this causes movement in the adjacent particles, that causes the movement in the next adjacent particles. Means this displaced particles displaces the adjacent particles. Then that particles are moving towards adjacent particles and they are displacing the adjacent particles. Means the particles movement is transferring to the adjacent particles. In this similar up to these are continuing until the attenuation process is okay done. Means the effect of sound waves is up to what region it can propagate. Will continue this oscillation. See this. Means particles are not traveling from one place to other place. Just particles are oscillating. Means they are displacing from their position and they are getting new position, and again there comes to the old position. Means they are oscillating. They are just replacing, displacing their position. Okay, that's why particles are not traveling here. Only particles are oscillating here. Only disturbance only creates. See where particles are in same place. Only they can oscillate from this previous position to new position to previous position. In this way, the sound waves are moving. Here, the direction of the oscillation of the particles, okay, in horizontal. So this kind of waves are called longitudinal waves. See this. This is the sound created. See this. This is the stable condition. We are creating, it means there is no sound created, all particles in rest position, not vibrating, because we are not creating any sound wave. Now we are creating sound waves. Okay. Now see this. Here, now particles are stationary. Now we are creating sound wave. Automatically, these particles are very close, means those are compressed. Okay, means the forward movement of wave causes compression in the particles. Okay, means here the particles are very dense. Compression creates very dense particles are closer. And the second oscillation means frequency, means oscillation means moving one side and other side. Okay, second type of oscillation causes distance between the particles. Here particles are very close. Here the distance between particles are more, means density is less. So this is called rarefaction. So oscillation of the particle causes compression and rarefaction. The combination of compression and rarefaction gives the propagation of sound wave. Is it clear? So in this way, the particles are oscillating. Okay, this is the sound wave movement. Okay, sometimes particles are close. This is called compression. Sometimes particles are moving, means maintaining some distance. This is called rarefaction. So series of compressions and rarefactions causes the movement of the sound wave. Okay, see this. Means this is the disturbance caused in particles. Okay, this disturbance is propagated throughout the material. Sound wave is mechanical wave, so it needs medium. Okay, next you can see this video. Sound waves like this. See this. It shows up to now we have seen longitudinal motion of the particles. Sometimes okay, the particles are moving in vertical direction. You can see this. These particles are moving upward and downward, upward and downward. This kind of wave is called transverse wave. Okay, means the oscillation of particles in upward and downward direction in transverse wave. This is the longitudinal direction. This is the transverse direction. Okay, so first wave is longitudinal wave, second one is transverse waves. Okay, third one is comes under compressional and flexural waves. Okay, compressional and flexural waves are two types. One is Rayleigh waves and Lamb waves. Now we see, first we see the Rayleigh wave. The Rayleigh waves are surface waves. Rayleigh waves are surface waves. These waves are similar to the waves in earthquakes. You know, the wave is created in earthquake, and that is also comes under Rayleigh wave. Means the wave is on the surface of the object. Only travel on the surface of the object. Only propagates on the surface of the object. See this. This is the Rayleigh wave. Okay, means the motion of wave on the surface of the object only. Okay, here the wave is moving in elliptical form. Okay, this creates some elliptical forms. Here, this is the ellipse, part of ellipse. The major axis is perpendicular to the normal, and minor axis is along the propagation of the wave. Okay, now I will show a video for better understanding. See this. This is the Rayleigh wave. Means this wave on the surface of the object only. Here, this creates some elliptical shape. So the traveling is in terms of elliptical form. Okay. Here, suppose this is the form of ellipse. major axis is along. Okay, this is the minor axis and major axis. You can see. Okay, this is the one form of Rayleigh waves. Hello, 1 minute. Sir, please unmute anyone.
సార్ వీడియో మాకు ప్లే అవ్వలేదు సార్.
వీడియో కనపడలేదమ్మా మీకు?
ప్లే అవ్వలేదు.
అసలు ఎవరికి అసలు కనపడలేదు ఎవరు? ఇంకెవరన్నా రెస్పాండ్ అవ్వను ప్లీజ్.
నో సార్, వీడియో కనపడలేదు.
కనపడలేదు సార్.
ఓకే, ఐ విల్ షో. నో ప్రాబ్లం. Why videos are not? Sir,
ఇప్పుడు అవుతుంది సార్, ప్లే అవుతుంది.
Okay, you can see. Sir, this is the source. Okay, the particles, this is the material. How sound wave propagates in the material. Material means any matter is the combination of particles. So these are the particles in the material. This is the source. Okay, the particles which are nearer to the source are displaced from their position and they are hitting the adjacent particles. Okay, again these particles comes to the original position, and next these particles are displacing towards adjacent particles. They are displacing the adjacent particles and again they are moving to the original position. Means the particles are oscillating from their position. See this. This is the propagation of particles. See this. First particles are displaced and they are hitting the adjacent particles. Now they are getting original position again. The second particle, row particles, column particles are moving towards the adjacent particles. And again they comes under their original position. Means in this way the particles are oscillating from their original position to new position to original position. Okay, means this way the disturbance is propagating. Okay, this is the way of sound wave propagation. See this. Here particles are not traveling from one place to another place. So only particles are oscillating from their position to new position to their own position. Okay, here only creating sound wave creates some disturbance. Okay, that's disturbance is propagating towards material. Okay, see this. First, there is no sound wave. Initially, the particles are in stationary position. Now we are creating sound wave. Okay, this is now the particles are moving towards close. Means now the particles are moving towards close, means these are compressed. Means it creates some density. Okay, this is called compression. Okay, one oscillation causes the increases the closeness of the particles, and oscillation means in the second way, means forward oscillation and second-ward oscillation, that causes the distance between the particles. Means this sound wave causes closeness between the particles and also this distance between the particles in oscillation procedures. Okay, this is called compression, this is called rarefaction. Okay, movement of sound means sometimes they are compressed very dense, sometimes they are maintained distance. So compressions and rarefactions are created here. Series of compressions and rarefactions, okay, causes the motion of the oscillation of the particles. Okay, sound wave propagation means is the combination of compressions and rarefactions. Is it clear? Next, second video. This is the second video. First, before that video shows the particles are moving in a horizontal direction, means those are longitudinal waves. Here the particles are moving in vertical direction, up and down, up and down. So this type of motion is called transverse motion. This is called, this type of wave is called transverse wave. Okay, next. Rayleigh waves. You can see Rayleigh waves here. Rayleigh wave means surface wave. Means the wave, the disturbance of particles is only on the surface of the object. This is called Rayleigh wave. Next one is, I will show one more video, that is Lamb waves. See this later, I will explain about the Lamb waves. Here Lamb wave is propagating through the thin materials. Means total material thickness is under wave. Means the thickness is equal to the wavelength of the Lamb wave. One minute. This is the Lamb wave. Lamb wave. This is called Lamb wave. Lamb wave is propagating through thin materials. See this. Here, this is the similar one. Similar type of symmetry type of Lamb wave. Okay, one more kind of Lamb wave I will show. Because this is a word file, that's why we are getting some problem here. This is the another type of Lamb wave. Means this sound wave is totally covers the thickness of the object, propagate throughout the thickness of the polymer. Means the wavelength of the wave is equal to thickness. This is one kind of Lamb wave. This is unsymmetric Lamb wave. Okay, now I will explain one by one. See this. Okay, we have four types of waves. One is horizontal movement of particles causes longitudinal waves. Vertical movement of particles causes transverse wave. And the other two waves are Rayleigh wave. That is the wave on the surface of the object. Okay, these waves, these Rayleigh waves are surface waves. So we are using these waves, this kind of sound waves, for finding the defects on the surface or nearby the surface, because the wave is only propagated on the surface of the object. One more thing, these are used for testing the high thickness materials. We are propagating the wave on the surface of the object. We can find the defects on the surface or near to the surface by using these Rayleigh waves. Okay. Next, based on the intensity of the wave, the depth of penetration is dependent. Okay. Next one is Lamb waves. Here, Lamb waves are used for testing thin metals. Lamb waves are used for testing thin metals whose thickness is equal to wavelengths. Okay. And here, the propagation of Lamb waves depending on the elastic properties, structure, and dimensions of the medium and frequency of the wave. Here we have two types of waves, symmetrical waves and asymmetrical waves. Okay, here this is the asymmetrical type of Lamb wave. This is the symmetric type Lamb wave. Symmetric type and asymmetric type. Okay, already I have shown this type of waves in video, so you can easily understand. I will share the videos, don't worry. Okay, now if you have any doubts, please rise. Sir, please unmute yourself and raise your doubts. Sir, queries. Sir, if you have any doubts regarding waves, types of waves, and about ultrasonics, you can ask me. 3:31, you are entering now. Sir, no doubts? Can I close? Okay, thank you. I'm closing the session. Sir, doubts ఏమన్నాయా? Okay, ma? Bye.